welcome everybody to the second installment of the Midwest Mike podcast. Today, we have a super special guest, dignified musician, drummer from band Spaceships, who also just dropped an album. What was it, fourth album?
Third album.
It's
the second one that I've been on.
Impressive. But more importantly, my childhood friend, Joel Sanchez. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Thanks for doing this, man.
Oh, man. Anytime. I'm glad you could come through and help us out, actually. Long story short, we had an interview with a high-profile local guy, kind of, and he got busy. But
huh?
That's what friends are for, right?
Right on, dude.
And today's kind of weird because where we're recording, if anybody can recognize it, it's not my house. We're in a conference room over the top of a Myers right now. Martin's, my bad. Oh, God. Zach's going to kill me.
Represent, dude.
But, man, here we are. It's exciting. How was your day today?
It was good, man. I was at the beach all day.
Oh, yeah.
I was not expecting to do this at all. I just got a random text from the homie Mike saying, you want to hop on board for this podcast? I was like, fuck it.
Fuck it, man.
I don't work tomorrow, so, yeah, I've just been chilling on the beach all day, doing a little bit of drinking.
A little bit of day drinking.
Yeah. You know, it was a beautiful day outside.
Chilling.
Had to take advantage of that for sure, man.
What beach you go to?
What was it called? Gene Clock Park. It's a couple miles away from Silver Beach.
I have to admit, Gene Clock doesn't sound very inviting.
It really doesn't, bro.
Outdoorsy.
But it's so low key that there's not a lot of people.
It's
there.
Lake Michigan, right?
I think so. Yeah.
What city? Benton Harbor, you said, right?
Yeah, Benton Harbor.
Yeah, I don't think I've been to the lake over there. I don't want to say Silver Beach, isn't?
You never been to Silver?
What city is Silver Beach in?
That's a good question. St. Joe, yeah.
Yeah, but is it the St. Joe Benton Harbor split? Because
St.
Joe.
Yeah.
Do you think it is?
Yeah, because it's not far from Silver Beach.
Well, I'm sure somebody. All my viewers are from Michigan, pretty much. So I'm sure somebody's gonna start grilling me for not knowing my geography. But what was the vibe like at the beach? Does it feel like we're in a pandemic at the beach?
Honestly, no. It feels like nothing's changed when I came to the beach, bro. Just everyone not practicing social distancing, no masks. But everyone's outside just enjoying the weather and stuff. So I get it.
They were saying that the sunlight kills it 90% or something.
That's what I heard too, man.
That was because there was a big argument going on because I think 4th of July weekend, that's when that conversation got brought up big. Mm-hmm. Everybody was talking about, shutting down the beaches is a horrible idea. One, because it makes people not being outside and on the beach is the safest thing you could do, they say.
Absolutely.
That's the argument. And then the counter argument is what you just said, indirectly, no social distancing. We actually went viral in Cassopolis, Diamond Lake. Did you guys see that? Yeah, all those people partying 4th of July out in the water. Yeah, dude. It was on CNN, all that shit. Diamond Lake. And it's crazy. It's funny as hell. First of all, just because that place would never be on the news in 1,000 years for anything except for serial rape by some hillbilly or something like that. I'm serious. There's nothing. It's a nice lake, that's it. But it's getting grilled because all these white kids are out in the lake, partying with their Trump flags and shit.
Hell
but
yeah.
Perfect. It's a meatball for CNN and stuff like that.
Wow.
But man, so I'm glad you could still go to the beach. I'll say that regardless.
I was too, man. That was the first time I went to the beach this year, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been this year at all, but it definitely. I'll admit I was pretty turned off when people were close the beach down. 4th of July, this and that.
I mean, 4th of July was when everything was supposed to open back up and shit.
Yeah. And, shit, we've been hearing that for.
It's August now.
Yeah, right. What are we? 5 months deep now?
Yeah, man. The summer has just zoomed by. I barely remember what happened, dude. I've just been inside.
I'll tell you, it's definitely been a gift and a curse for me, I'd say, because on one note, my social interactions definitely fell off. People aren't I got relatives and stuff that don't want to be in places with other people, even their family. So it's a little sad, but you can understand because most of the time they got little kids. And
Absolutely.
It's fear mostly, the unknown that freaks people out.
For sure. And I feel like the spread of information, it's so unreliable right now.
Oh, yeah. yeah, the spread of information. You're on to something there.
Yeah, man, it's so unreliable, dude.
Well, you don't know. It's just well, first of all, there's so much unknown. It goes back to that. Like, the people in the media don't know either. So they're either, depending on your perspective or your perception of the situation, they're either backtracking and looking like fucking idiots, or they're practicing good science. Like, depending on how you perceive it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I honestly, I don't know where I sit on it. I mean, I'll say I'm a young man, and I believe I have a decently healthy immune system.
I like to believe so too, man.
Right, so I'm not really worried about it at all.
Yeah, I'm more so worried about giving it to others if I have it.
Right.
Like, I just took a test. I'm still waiting on the results.
So you have taken tests?
I have taken the test.
Is that your first one?
Yeah.
What'd they do?
It was actually, I got it from CVS for free, and it's one that you mail in, which is kind of weird.
It sounds odd.
It was like a little, not a cotton swab, like a little bristle kind of thing.
Saliva test then?
No, dude, you just put it in your nose, brush it like that, put it in the envelope and send it. And
you put that fucker halfway to your brain or what?
I don't.
Because that's what I've been hearing.
That's what I heard too, man. I heard people like shoving cotton swabs way up in the canal.
Like uncomfortably.
Yeah, man. I saw videos of that and I was like, no sir, no sir.
So you didn't? It wasn't uncomfortable for you?
I don't know how far I was supposed to go. I just.
So like you saying that. So I've heard the best test you can do is the shit that touches your brain, right? The one we were just talking about.
Yeah, the ones that you go to clinics for.
You're doing a process that mimics it, but it's not nearly as.
Probably not as reliable.
So yeah, so why? Oh, man, there's so many tests and so like, how could you ever fucking know? Like,
yeah, you can't, dude. And yeah.
But this goes back to what you were saying about the spread of information, because like everyone knows about the testing flaws that we're getting right now. Like the hospital, you can talk to any nurse, you know, but any hospital official, like I'm sure you guys have talked to people and they're like, yeah, it doesn't matter if you come in with a broken arm, but hey, you're hospitalized with COVID.
Yeah, pretty much. And like the death rates too.
Oh yeah.
They're labeling them as COVID deaths.
Yeah.
I think from what I understand, they're doing it for money because they get X amount of dollars per COVID death. But who knows? That might be some bullshit information as well, dude.
No, I think that there's probably something with that, because I've heard that too. Basically, the hospitals get, right now in the pandemic or whatever. I'm an idiot, so I'm paraphrasing everything I say here. But what I understood was similar. Like, so we are in this pandemic, and now the federal government has to funnel money into these systems to help them, relief, you know?
Right.
And the way it's working is like kind of like tax code loopholes. Like, it's equivalent in the action, like find out, get in where you can fit in.
Exactly.
And so the hospital, and they're transparent about it. It's like, we want as much funding as we can get, you know?
It couldn't be more obvious,
right,
dude.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. You can ask anybody, and they'll tell you. Like, yeah, our hospice, which are people who, I'm saying it laughingly, but it's not
funny. It is a serious matter.
It is serious, but you got people in hospice, meaning they're on their deathbeds already, right? Before the pandemic hit.
Exactly.
And all these people that die in hospice, their immune systems are shot, absolutely fucking shot, because they're going to die. Like, and they're dying with COVID, and it's a COVID death. Like, same thing with the nursing homes, man. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Wow, dude.
That's another thing that people don't realize, that the states with the worst numbers, like Michigan, I know because I'm from Michigan, we were the one of 5 states. I think it was New York, Michigan, New Jersey. Like, basically it's parallel with the places having the worst outbreaks. They didn't do anything about the nursing home situations. Like, they didn't separate the old people with COVID from the general population.
I did not know that, dude. Just in those states, or?
Well, those states. Somebody noted the parallels of that online. And it sticks out, and I had no choice but to see it looking through media online and stuff like that, because everyone's from Michigan. And honestly, collectively, I'd say about 80% of the people I know honestly hate Gretchen Whitmer. Like, she's our governor.
Your governor, yep.
Yeah, like, it's all, but I don't know. I'm pretty indifferent on it. Do you guys keep up with the Indiana thing? I'm not too hip to that.
All I know is we were one of the first states to, like, I don't know if we were fully opened up, but we were definitely the first to start opening things back up early.
Right. Yeah, I think, it's been months now, 2-3 months. You guys opened your bars back up and everything.
Yeah, man. And I was talking to my friends, like, from Michigan and across the states, like, they were still on lockdown, and I was
Yeah,
like,
we
what?
we are too in Michigan. That's what I'm saying. 5
Yeah,
months
man.
later.
That's insane, dude.
So have you been out and about since, like, have you been to Brothers or anything?
No, dude. And even before COVID, I never really was into the bar scene
That's
like
what
that.
I figured.
But nowadays, dude, I kind of just go to work, go to the store, get what I need if I have to, and I'm mostly at home. Honestly, I try to be outdoors as much as I can.
You do go to the gym though.
I do go to the gym.
See, and that's one difference. Like I said, I'm an idiot, so don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure all our gyms are still closed in Michigan.
Really?
Yeah. Like,
That's
basically,
rough.
they say like all like consider working out recreational activity for some reason, as if it doesn't benefit your life. But
Exactly. That's another thing too. They don't highlight like things that you should do to
healthy choices.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Like
Yeah.
vitamin D, exercise,
Zinc.
zinc.
All the shit that Joe Rogan talks about every day. But that he makes a good point when he says
Absolutely.
that, and that's why he harps on it. And I'm totally in agreement with that because
Mhm.
I fucking drink them vitamin C packs, them orange ones, the
Emergency?
fizzies. Yeah, emergencies, dude. I drink that religiously. Like,
Oh, yeah.
even if I'm like kind of feeling a little like, maybe I drank and didn't sleep too much. Like,
Mhm.
I'm taking that just in case. Like, that's my safeguard.
I don't eat that many fruits and veggies either, dude.
Right.
But
Well, that's the
like-
thing. I'm compensating. I'm straight meat diet.
I'm
it
a
feels
fan
like.
of those like little smoothie drinks, like the naked juices and stuff.
Oh yeah, I love those, dude.
I've been kind of depending on those for my.
Which one? What's your go-to one?
Fuck, dude, so many. I'm a big fan of the tropical protein one, because not all of them have like a good source of protein, but this one has
Right.
like 30 grams. I think it's soy-based protein, but
Right.
I try to get what I can.
See, I couldn't even tell you the difference between the two.
It's
But,
chalky though. Like the texture is kind of off, but
I'm saying, so soy compared to regular protein, does it metabolize different or
that's
something?
that's a good question. Honestly, I just see the word protein
So
and
you're
I'm
just a
like,
snob.
protein? Yeah, I need that. So
Right,
then-
right,
and
right.
then
That's
chug
how I
that
am too.
bitch.
Like, if I'm getting a snack, if I need something small to go a long way for me,
For sure.
as much protein as I can get, without a doubt.
Yeah, dude.
But as far as those nakeds go, I'm Green Machine, dude. Every
I feel
time.
you.
But it's not because I like it the best or because it's.
But it has the best benefits, you
I'm
think?
saying it looks the healthiest. Like,
'Cause
it's
it's
green.
green, yeah.
I feel like it's a can't miss. Like,
For sure.
obviously they just shredded a whole fucking head of lettuce and put it right in my drink.
I mean, they tell you what's in it,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh yeah, they do actually too,
Uh-huh.
and I like that.
Like
they'll
a
say
hint
two,
of lemon, a half an apple, and
two whole bananas.
yeah, dude.
It's like, dude, a banana's bigger than this.
Yeah,
bottle.
how did you fit all that shit in there, dude? It doesn't make
Yeah.
sense.
That's. I've also heard though. This is random. On another note, that I don't know where the fuck I seen this, but they're saying if you blend up fruits and vegetables, it loses like half its nutrients. Or
Because
something.
I heard that
So
too,
you've heard
man.
that too?
I've
Yeah.
heard that either chewing it is what like
Activates it.
Yeah, exactly. There's like enzymes in your mouth that break down certain nutrients in a certain way.
Right.
But yeah, I heard that too.
Dude, I
said
honestly,
fuck
I
it.
commend people that can actually like food science is a real field. Like people,
Absolutely.
especially the super fit guys. Like you're basically a professor and you're an extreme athlete combined into one. If you're
Yeah,
one of
dude.
them guys,
For
you
sure.
know? It's like, how in the fuck? Like, I can't even see myself having a conversation with those people.
Why not?
Because then, like, if I were to become boys with one of them,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because I don't think I have, like, everybody's either one or the other usually. Like, nobody's really good at both.
Mm-hmm.
As far as diet and exercise.
True.
You know? Well, I feel like if I got close and became friends with somebody like that, two things are going to happen here. Either I'm going to get my shit together and I'm going to, like, never smoke a cigar, never smoke a cigarette, you know, like, they're going to harp on me if they
Yep.
care about me.
Switch up your
You know?
diet and all
right.
that.
Or I'm going to push that person right out of my life. and I was saying,
I don't need this negativity.
75% chance. That's what. Just at this point in my life, because I'm still ignorant, man.
And you don't run into those kind of people like every day, man.
No, that's what I'm saying. They're in a gym doing
They're their own
CrossFit right now. Fucking doing 150 pull-ups and then sprinting 10 miles.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I definitely see those guys at the gym all the time, man.
Do you just do your own workout then, or?
Dude, I've been freestyling lately, but I want to get into more of a routine. Lately I've been doing something called an upper lower body split. So like I'll do upper body one day, legs the next day, or lower
That's how
body
I
the
used
next
to
day.
do it when I was younger. Yeah.
Rest and then repeat the process.
Right.
But also diet. Like I've been trying to switch that up as well. I'm trying to eat cleaner.
Right.
And I'm trying to gain weight as well, but I want to do it in a healthy way. It's
Eat
kind of hard.
steak. I mean, I don't.
I'm a big steak guy.
Do you? Excuse me. When you say you're trying to eat healthy, are you like red meat, get out of there kind of guy, or what?
When I say eat healthier, I mean like lay off sugar.
Don't eat a whole fucking can of Pringles.
Yeah, exactly. Just kind of stick to what I need.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I still want it to be enjoyable. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
I've been eating out a lot too. I want to start doing like some meal prep.
Yeah, that's probably. I feel like once I get going in that direction, meal prepping it's a no-brainer for me. I'm too lazy. I can't. Honestly, it'd be easier.
It does take dedication.
I live
for sure.
by myself though, so that's the thing. Like, first of all, like I'm kind of a minimalist when it comes to food. Like I'd prefer to eat out regularly, just because
It's convenient.
Yeah, and I don't have to worry about my fridge. Like that's the biggest thing with me. Dude,
Washing
is keeping
dishes.
Oh god.
Yeah, I hear you, dude.
I won't even go that far, but just food, especially fresh food, going bad in my fridge every time, dude. Because I'm not eating like
You forget
I'm
it's
eating
there
one
sometimes.
meal. Like the way I eat is I'm eating like one big meal a day, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd say that's how my diet goes. Me and Zach were talking about this earlier, and I don't know if this contributes to staying slim as I'm getting older, because I haven't gained really. I've probably gained maybe 10 pounds since I graduated.
Okay.
Tops, but the way I eat, I intermittent fast, like naturally.
You don't eat in the morning?
Not really.
You just
well, I'm
eat-
saying like I'm calling it that. Just
I get
so
it.
It's easy to.
I understand for sure.
But I'm saying like the way I eat usually is I'll I'll indulge one day, and then next day I cannot eat anything the whole day. and be good.
Really?
Yeah, and then I'll do the same thing again.
The whole day?
Yeah, it's like every other day don't eat kind of thing. I'm not saying that's my regiment and I try to stick to it, but it kind of seems like naturally.
That's a pattern that
how,
you've.
naturally that's how my body operates.
Huh.
So I don't know if there's anything to that, but
I hear there are benefits to intermittent or whatever you just
intermittent
said.
fasting.
Yeah.
Which intermittent meaning like one leg in, one leg out. That's how you're not full on fasting, just sometimes.
For sure.
But I don't know. That's starting to be a real big thing lately.
I hear that too, man.
That and the keto.
Keto, yeah. My
Did you get down on that?
I don't even know what that's all about.
Zach got down on that.
I did some keto out in Phoenix. I lost like 20 pounds.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Is that a carb-based
It's
diet?
crazy.
So it's like, yeah, you just load up on carbs and
Eventually your body like.
it starts like using the fat as fuel.
Mhm.
Right. Who would have thought that starving yourself would make you skinnier? I'm kidding. I know. I've heard it. I'm just giving you a hard time. It's basically what you're saying is it. Did you say you only eat carbohydrates?
Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we got the
you load up
laptop.
on
Let's get the
carbs.
info, man.
Can you pull that up for me?
Yeah, I think basically it's making your body burn the fat existing on your so you load up on carbs, right? You need carbs and you need fat to live or something. And basically you only give yourself carbs and it forces your body to take the fat from your body already, not as it comes in.
Right, it uses the carbs as the energy, but you got to
Right.
make sure you're using those carbs.
Right, and I would guess it takes some conditioning for your body to get used to it.
For
Did you
sure.
feel like shit or anything when you first started doing that?
How was that transition?
I mean, I definitely went from like eating shitty food and drinking like soda and energy drinks all the time, and I went to like eating 3 meals a day, like regular times, not drinking soda or anything. So yeah, at first it kind of sucked, but
For sure.
you get used to it.
Yeah, because your
Right.
body craves that shit, dude. It's addicting, you know.
Right. That's a terrible feeling when your stomach's just growling. And you
Oh,
want,
so
you want to
sorry,
punch somebody in the face.
It's a high fat diet.
High fat diet.
Yeah, and then.
So I was
since
completely
you don't
wrong.
have carbs to fuel your body, it transmits to like starting to use the fat.
Oh,
instead.
wow.
Right. Yeah, that's how it seemed like a Houdini act for your body. That's how I perceived it. But I don't know. I'm not doing it. I won't ever.
Yeah.
I do have
me
a
neither.
fucking what are those Instapot One of the coolest things I ever
Instapot,
bought.
what's that?
You don't know what Instapot is?
Sounds like an Instagram
Dude, that's
account.
That's the
for
Cadillac.
cannabis.
Hey, that's the Cadillac for people on the keto diet, son. I'm telling you. It's a pressure cooker, bro. It can cook chicken, frozen, like completely frozen chicken, in like 15 minutes.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
What kind of energy is that?
Atomic,
using, dude?
gotta be. No, I'm just kidding.
Nuclear
But my boy,
energy.
So there was a craze that happened. I want to say it was like last holiday season. Like everybody started getting these things, and I got one too. And I'm pissed because it's the same thing with everything popular. There's this influx where everybody's like, "You gotta get it, you gotta get it."
Right.
And I paid $200 or whatever. Maybe it wasn't that much, but it was definitely over 100. And it was like me, a single man, and like, why the hell am I spending $100 on a pressure cooker? Not to say like men don't need pressure.
No regrets,
cookers, but
though, right?
I'm saying I don't think about cooking things. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'll buy a damn grill, but so I bought one. Everyone else bought one, and
Everyone else, what do you mean?
like it was
In your
just a
family?
fad, bro. Like,
Oh,
I had
okay, I
friends,
see what
hella
you're saying.
friends buying them, and then it turns into like it was the first time cooking really like got into my natural everyday conversations with people. I had motherfuckers at work drawing like they were writing recipes down for me on pieces of paper and shit.
All these people that had Instapods?
Yeah, like 6-year-old men, dude. I had one guy come in. I mean, he was a sweetheart. He really was. Like a nice guy. He brought me in like a little pamphlet and like hand wrote out some
Hey, man,
recipe
you have an
for me.
Instapot, right?
Yeah, he's like, I heard you had an Instapot, Michael. Like I was in some biker gang or some shit. Like,
I'm going to let you in on a little secret.
I've got an Instapot. Hey, here's the thing. You want to learn how to make the best tamales in Southwest Michigan? Here.
He just slides you this.
Give me a handwritten note, and it was in like cursive, really nice cursive. And I'm an idiot, so it took me a while to even read it. I'm
Did
like,
you learn
oh,
how to write cursive?
salt
when you were
no,
younger?
I definitely know how to write.
Okay.
So, anyways, guys are giving me physical interactions over this fucking pressure cooker, and then it goes deeper. I'm playing video games and talking to my friends and stuff, and they're talking about their Instapot. My friend, he made me die, dude, because he was first talking about getting. I told him I got one. He's like, bro, I'm getting one too. My girl wants one, this and that. So he gets his, and the first time he cooks chicken in that bitch, like I said, it took him like 15 minutes. Straight out of the freezer, right in the Instapot. 15 minutes done.
Nuclear energy.
He said, bro, there's no way this is good for us. Like, the most concerned, like, tell me how the fuck you cook a whole chicken in 15 minutes frozen.
How hot does it get
And
in
I'm
there,
like,
dude?
bro,
Jeez.
you're right. This can't be right. How did it take how long have we been cooking? Forever? It took us this long to figure out how to cook chicken like that? Like, we've always been eating chicken, bro. But that's hilarious, man. But so I got one of those, and what pissed me off about it was, like I said, the influx. Everyone was buying them. It was a fad, and then Black Friday came that year. They were selling them bitches for like $50.
When
piece.
was this? What year was the Instapot?
I want to say this was last holiday season.
Really?
So
So they
pretty
were like
recent.
the fidget spinners of the time.
Exactly, but in like the Martha Stewart home kitchen. No, I can't even say that. This was mainstream cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
This is them Rachel Ray pots and pans. You feel me? But
15 minutes, dude. That's fucking fast.
have you this is random, but have you ever bought anything from QVC or anything like that?
QVC?
Yeah. The fucking you don't know what QVC
No,
is?
dude. What's
Bruh.
that? It's an acronym, right?
It's a terrible channel on TV.
It's like with the
It's
blue
like-
screen at the
I'm
end and
gonna
it gives you a
explain it
phone
to
number.
this way. It's heroin for middle-aged women. It's a leech that sucks on their bank accounts. Because seriously, it's just all day shopping.
Mhm.
Like, it's some guy, usually like, I don't know, talks with some twang or something. Usually it would be some old grandmother like Martha Stewart. Like,
They
right here,
just-
you put just a little cream and sugar in it.
Oh, yeah.
And then you'll
yeah.
have a real lighthearted guy like, now this right here, you know, and a girl like your moms at home are just going nuts.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, I need that.
yeah,
I need that
over and over.
Instapot.
Hey, they're good products. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey.
If you sit there and watch it for a second, you'll be
They
like,
wouldn't
damn,
sell if
I
they
could use
weren't
that.
good products, you know?
Yeah, but that shit's crazy. I can't believe you've never seen that.
I've seen it. I just didn't know what it was called.
Well, anyways, enough about the shopping network. Let's get to some meat and potatoes here. I want to know more about your band.
My band? It's not my band, but
Well, the
it's
band
just a
you're
band I'm in.
What Spaceships? If I didn't introduce it
Spaceships.
correctly, Joel's band, to which he's the drummer of, the Shredder, Master Shredder.
That's what they call me.
Do they call it shredding on the drums, or am I just stupid?
I think the term they use more is like chops, like just chopping it
you're
up.
chopping it up.
Shredding is more like related to the guitar, I feel like. But it really just depends on the user.
I'm going to tell you what. The double bass pedal is like crack to me.
That was a lot of fun, dude.
Do you do that
especially
often?
when I was younger? I only use a single pedal now.
Oh,
but
okay.
like you said, dude, I was addicted
might not
to
be
that.
hardcore enough for me.
Dude, I definitely feel you on that.
I love that, dude. When the bass is shredding and that double foot pedal, oh my gosh.
I'll tell you something,
I'm
dude.
craving in my pants.
I can
thinking
do
about
that
it.
double pedal sound with just one foot, with a single
Word.
pedal. In order to cook a chicken with one slap, it would require the velocity of 3,725.95 miles per hour.
Repeat that number again.
3,725.95
How the fuck do you test that?
miles per hour. I don't know.
They had the Incredible Hulk in there smacking the hell out of chickens. Like,
I'm sure they built a machine with just like a prosthetic hand, and they could just wind it up to just load it up and wah!
Like on Jackass.
Yeah, they bought a whole
Where
bunch
they
of
got the huge
Yeah,
ass hands
dude.
just waiting in doorways to smack the hell out of people.
Dude, that was hilarious. Man, I miss Jackass, dude.
All right, well, back to the original subject. Spaceships, and you're the badass drummer. You're the Tommy Lee of the band, just slaying.
Essentially,
I'm not gonna say that. You got a girlfriend.
I'm better than Tommy Lee.
And that's a complete lie. He's not out here slaying nothing. But Tommy Lee, wild man on the drums. Are you a wild man on? Do you have personality when you're playing the drums? You think?
I feel like it took me a while to break out of this shell, because like I would have enormous stage fright, bro.
I'm saying you're doing well right now.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. But at first it was definitely it definitely took some time to get used to. Growing up, I always played drums for my church.
Right.
But doing local shows is just way different. It's people that like you don't know, and it's at venues that you've never been to. It's a completely different scene.
Right.
But
Bars mostly, or?
yeah, bars. There's a bunch of venues here in South Bend. There's this place called The Well. Shout out to Pat. Off of Jefferson. It's down the street from IUSB. It's this little coffee shop that my homie Pat runs. And then the basement he uses as a venue for local shows.
So you were saying it took you a while to break out of your shell performing. You think you're better now then?
I think so. I think based off the footage of,
Right.
I look like, I'm moving around more, because at first I would just always be like uptight, just
Right.
focusing on not
Tight
fucking up.
butthole.
Yeah, exactly. Just like, don't fuck
Ass
this
cheeks
up, dude.
clenched the whole time.
Just like, making sure like I don't fuck up my part. But it comes naturally, just got to put the reps in, and then
Right.
I've just played so many shows. I've been with them for 4 years now.
Holy crap.
So, yeah, man, it's been a hell of a journey. I'm excited to see where it takes
That's
us.
impressive, actually, to be in a band for that long. Much less like, we listened to your album today, and I was a fan of it. I liked it, actually.
Thank you. Thank you.
What genre would you call it?
So
It's not hard rock. It's like alternative rock.
definitely
right?
yeah. So you know how you have your main genres like rock, jazz,
Yeah.
hip hop, etc. So it'll definitely fall under the alternative rock category.
Or indie rock.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Nat, our frontman, he uses the term shoegaze.
What is it?
Shoegaze.
Shoegaze?
Yeah, and it originates from back in the day. You know those pedal boards with all the effects pedals for the
Oh,
guitars
yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah. Some
How Nat describes it
Rush.
was that so they would be staring down at their equipment, looking at their shoes, gazing down at their shoes.
Right.
And I guess the term shoegaze is where that
So that's what you guys do. You're saying.
originated. Yeah, I guess that's how Nat describes it. I just say indie rock, alternative rock.
Right. Well, people are nerds about everything.
Right.
Like, especially when it comes to labels.
Yeah. So for the music elitists out there,
but-
shoegaze is the genre.
I'm a shoegazer just naturally, but I don't know. It's just me. I don't like if you got some fucked up toes wearing some Jesus sandals, I'm staring. But
That would be me, dude.
random. And if you got some J's, I'll commend you. But I don't mean to get too personal, but I kind of want to touch on you breaking out of your shell. Was there like an effort you made, like a concerted effort for anything specific, or was it just like, don't think about it?
That's a good question, man. That was a really good question. Looking back at it, like I said, it was just repetition, just show after show. Eventually, like, I just got more comfortable, I started loosening up more. And just being around the band members in general, like, I hang out with them outside of, doing shows.
Right, you're comfortable around
Yeah, absolutely. And that definitely sets,
That
the
settles you
vibe
down pretty
for
easily.
sure. So, yeah, just...
Well, I mean, the problem, I would guess, isn't with them at all. It's
No.
the eyes watching you.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely, man.
So, I mean, is there anything specific you could say that bothered you? Like, was it just having eyes on you that you didn't know, or was it like...
I feel like I was judging myself.
Right. Like, what do I look like to these
Exactly,
people?
like,
Stuff?
do I look like...
Do I look like I know what I'm doing?
Yeah, exactly. And I know there are going to be other drummers in the crowd, and I'm like...
Oh, my bad.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I just feel like,
that's,
how does
I
this
guess,
sound to them? You know what I
Right.
mean?
Well, I mean, the drummers in the crowd, that's definitely like a product of anxiety right there. Because the chances of that, I'd say, are probably pretty slim.
Yeah, and I mean, they're all... Most of the time we're playing shows with other bands, too.
Right. Okay.
So
your peers are there with you.
Absolutely. So, I got to show out for them as well.
Word up. Word up. Have to.
Yeah, man. So, but yeah, nowadays, dude, I love being on stage, dude. It's just so much fun being up there. I miss playing shows.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that. You guys have been probably hit.
Yeah, man. We played
one of the
one
most
show.
hardest hit.
One show since quarantine, was put out there.
In South Bend?
Mishawaka. It was
Okay.
at the Smokestack Brewery.
That place is good as fuck.
It's dope, man.
Yeah.
Their stage setup is so nice.
Yeah, I went there. I only went there once. That's the one on Lincoln Way, right? Right next to Hacienda
Yes.
on the river.
Yep.
Yeah, that place is badass.
It's dope as fuck, dude.
I went there. I was with my parents actually. It's like some older folks, and it was 80s night there.
Oh, wow.
But it was a vibe. I liked
It
it.
used to be a movie theater at some point.
Really?
Yeah.
The stage set up.
And
like,
then-
and the dance floor. That shit's sick.
And I was told it was like a comedy club too at some point.
I could see that.
So yeah, dude, it's such a nice venue. I definitely hope to go back sometime. But it was back in June. That was the first show we played since COVID hit.
And how'd you guys come out there?
It was great, man. It was a really good turnout. There was a lot of people there, surprisingly.
If you were to be optimistic about it, I'd say that when this does break and everything's back to normal, I would expect, especially, like, I don't know shit about nothing, but if you went to a state like Michigan, on the backside of the bands, like when everything gets lifted, people are going to be itching so bad to see like live shows and stuff like that. I feel like that's money in the bank.
Yeah, dude. And I feel like that's how it was when we played that show, dude. Just people were just itching to get out
to
there.
do stuff.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah, so that was a really good feeling, man. We actually had like a little tour planned this summer as well.
Oh, really?
That got canceled because of COVID, so that's super
On
unfortunate.
interstate or just all around?
I forgot what the route was, but it was like for probably a week. We would just be traveling and playing shows.
I wish you did selfishly just so I could have a tour t-shirt.
We've played some shows in Kalamazoo before, dude.
Really?
Yeah, we played one back in February. So this is kind of a side note thing. There are these homies that I've been playing PS4 with for like 4 or 5 years.
Right.
We would play Rainbow Six all the time, and they're up from Michigan. And I told them I was playing a show up in Kalamazoo back in February,
Right.
and they came out and watched my show, and that was my first time ever meeting them in person. It was a surreal
dope as fuck.
experience, man.
You know, you watched my episode last week with Cody. I met him on Xbox.
No shit.
Yeah.
That's awesome,
I
dude.
mean, we were playing 2K. That's like the only game I play, and it's competitive.
Yep.
But I remember him telling me his deep ass. He's like, "Yeah, my name's Cody. I played football at Michigan State for 3 years." And I'm like, "Who the fuck is this guy? Why are you gassing yourself up?" And because I didn't believe him. Because I'm like, "Why the fuck would you be talking
Did
to
you
me?"
just bring it out of the blue?
Right. Well, I mean, kinda. But I mean, I would too. Like, if
Yeah.
anything, like I'm more narcissistic than he is. I would have been like, "Hey, watch who you're talking to." All right, 6'6", 345 pounds.
He was a big dude.
Fuck, huge. But yeah, I met him on Xbox, and then friendship developed, and he ended up staying at my house and doing.
How long
a
did you guys know
podcast.
each other?
I probably met him close to, I want to say last winter probably.
Okay, that's what's up, dude.
He's a cool guy.
He lives in the area?
He's from Detroit area, so same state. And actually, we had a couple mutual friends.
How far was the drive?
2 hours.
It's not bad. That's not shit.
Yeah, I told him, he tried to complain a couple times about how long the drive is, and I told him, dude, I've made this drive 150 times.
2 hours.
Because I worked in Ann Arbor, which is Detroit Metro, and I used to have to drive. My work schedule was Sunday through Thursday night. I stay at a hotel room in Ann Arbor because I'm working a job at U of M.
You would stay there all those
Yeah,
days?
Sunday.
Wow.
So I come home Friday after work. I get Friday at my house, and then Saturday, I was stupid enough to pick up the extra work and like be the nice guy for the crew and pick up our lumber for the week every Saturday morning with a trailer. So Saturday report, and then Sunday drive back up to Ann Arbor. So I got Saturday at my house, and that was it basically.
Wow, dude.
For 2 years driving back and forth to Detroit.
Jesus, man. So
But
that ain't shit
it
to
paid
you,
well.
man.
Otherwise, I wouldn't.
Oh
never
yeah,
done it.
dude. It's got to be worth your time, man. Got to be worth your time.
Let's talk about the spaceships some more, man.
What would
do
you like
guys
to
got?
know?
Oh, everything. What do you guys got in the works right now? Are you just working on studio stuff, or?
So we recorded this new album, Pillars. Go check it out.
Yeah, give them a good plug. Where can I find Pillars at?
Okay, so I have the links saved up right now. We're on Spotify. You can check us out there. You can just look up Spaceships, Pillars, and it'll pop up.
And you guys got full visual albums on YouTube.
Yes,
too.
on YouTube.
That's what I watched today, and I recommend that.
I will send you the link. That was actually really cool, dude. I've been listening to our music nonstop.
How'd you guys? Did you guys? How involved are you in the creative process, actually?
So, as far as that goes, Nat, he does everything, man.
That's the lead man, and we'll shout out Nat.
Nat Fitzgerald, you're the
man.
man, dude. Thank
You're
you
the
for
man.
this, dude. I appreciate you. And shout out to Ben and Brett too.
The whole band.
Yeah, dude. Those are the homies.
If you were here, I'd let you sign my forehead.
What was the question again?
Your involvement in the creative process.
So Nat comes up with everything, man. I just show up to band rehearsal and he's like, I have this riff I've been working on, and he'll play it for me, and I'll just kind of vibe to it, and I'll just start playing along, see what works, you know what I mean?
So it's like Hustle and Flow with
I've heard that
what the hell
title
is his
somewhere,
name?
dude.
What the hell is his name? Skinny, man. Don't put in. Don't tell me, man.
Can you
Hustle
pull
and
this
Flow.
up for
Oh,
us?
Terrence Howard. So it's the scene. I'm imagining right now. It's the scene where the skinny white guy, he's a boom, boom, boom. And then what the hell is his name, dude? What's the rapper's name on that Hustle and Flow? I don't know. He just starts spitting, and they're all feeling it.
It's P. Diddy, I'm pretty sure.
Hell no. It's
I'm
not
just
P.
kidding.
He's not. You want to know a random note though from that? You watched that movie, right?
I think so. It's
Please
been a
tell
while.
me you watched it.
It's been a
It's
while.
a good movie.
Hustle and Flow.
And Terrence
Such
Howard
a-
just saying Maine is funny as fucking. Come on, man. Come on, skinny man. Tell me you didn't throw this in the toilet, man. He said it, dude. I've seen the funniest fucking memes of Terrence Howard too. Have you seen any of those?
No, dude. I feel like
seen
now I have to
one-
watch the movie
I've
again
seen
just to
one
get the
where
memes.
his face is like it's the Titanic scene where they're holding each other, and his face is on Leonardo,
Yeah.
whoever's saving. And it's like, come on, man, you got. And then the funniest fucking one, only because I loved Power Rangers growing up. It was
Yeah,
my
dude.
favorite. But the big blob guy on
Yes.
the hologram guy, they
Mhm.
had his face on there. He's like, come on, man, we gotta save the world, man. But what is it?
So there's Ludacris is in it, so is Juicy J.
Yeah,
Luda.
I was gonna make the point. Juicy J wrote all the music for that movie, and he won a Grammy for it.
No shit.
His only Grammy is from writing the music for Hustle
For
and
Hustle
Flow.
and Flow. Wow.
But I'm saying, if you listen to it and you actually know 3/6 and stuff like that, them 808s and shit, they're in there. That's Memphis, like 8-Ball, MJG. You probably don't know them, but that's like the pioneers of that 3/6 sound, like that heavy bass and
Mhm.
like the chanting and shit. Like,
Yep.
Yeah, it's fire. But that was only when he won a Grammy for it, and that movie was good. I have.
I need to watch it again.
To put in perspective how good it was in our household, we're all white family. I don't know if that's worth noting. But my stepdad, he's a little like rugged outdoorsman. Like I guess some people would call it a redneck or a hillbilly. And I remember back in the day with the flip phone, because that was the era when it came out. His ringtone was a Cadillac and gas money spent. Have a whole lot of bitch jumping shit. This is this dude's ringtone. I'm like, oh hell.
That was your dad.
He loved it. He loved that movie.
That's hilarious, dude.
I don't even know where we're going with the hustle and flow reference. Oh, just
the
you in the
creative
lab.
process.
In the lab when you make
Yeah,
that beat. When
the
you
beat
guys
lab.
make your equivalent to whoop that track. Get 'em. That's fire. I imagine that's how it happens. Is that how it happens?
Essentially, dude, we just vibe off each other.
Yeah.
I just do whatever I feel is best, and sometimes he'll lead me in a certain direction, and then I'll work my way through that, and
Right.
just something magical happens,
Magic
dude.
happens.
Honestly, I can't explain it. It just happens.
I'm outside looking in because I'm not inclined musically at all. I get super jealous seeing that happen, like that flow state between everybody getting together and starting to do
and just
something.
making sounds,
we
dude.
can do it talking though. It's the same thing. Like everything's an
Absolutely.
art. Like there's a flow state everybody gets in when it just occurs naturally, and it really is magic happening, like you're saying. But what I wanted to get to with the creative thing was I watched your visual album and I noticed a theme in there that was like natural disasters, and I was just wondering like where does that come from?
I noticed that too, man, and
Yeah.
that was very interesting. I did not know we were gonna have a visual album.
Really?
Yeah. Dang. We just got on the roster for a record label, and they put all of that together.
The record label made the visuals for you?
Yes, if I'm not mistaken.
How hip are you to that whole relationship and dynamic of partnership?
As far as like all those transactions goes, like it's all in that.
Right.
All I do
Well,
is
I'm
show up
saying,
to the
I
shows
know
and
when it comes to record labels, you got a distributing deal, you have like there's a few different ways to go about it, and I'm sure you probably aren't.
I am not
You're
that
not
involved.
on the business end, but
Yeah.
it's not your band either, so
Right.
I wouldn't expect you to. I mean, because finance is personal for everybody. It doesn't
Mhm.
matter what it's at. That's dope as hell. I'm happy you're a part of that.
Appreciate that, man.
And they make their own hot sauce.
Hot
That
sauce,
tells you how
dude. Tiny
unique they are.
Fires.
And this is for sale too.
It is.
Yeah, that's gonna get on your ass if you don't plug this shit.
I
Right?
need to, man. I'm slacking right now. I have it all in my notes.
Well, go through the notes. Let's find out where we find this delicious. I'm not gonna say it's delicious yet. I haven't tried it. It might burn my butt off. But Spaceships,
It is pretty
Tiny
hot.
Fires.
It does have a
the
kick, dude.
sauce.
So that
Pomegranate.
Tiny Fires is an EP we dropped earlier this year,
Oh,
and
okay. That's pretty dope.
we were like, and that was just like, dude, make a fucking hot sauce. And you
song-
can buy that. You can buy the shirt over here, this hat, all at wearespaceships.bandcamp.com/merch.
Word.
The album is on pre-order right now. They still have to print out the vinyls, the CDs. We even have cassette tapes, dude.
Oh, really?
Those
That's
are all
pretty
being
dope.
made.
He definitely. It sounds like he's got. You can kind of see where people's interests are personally when they do stuff like that.
Mhm.
I'm gonna guess. Just saying that he does cassettes, he's like really in the '90s nostalgia.
Mhm.
Is it? You think so?
I could
I'm
definitely.
Just, I'm
yeah,
just shooting in the dark.
Absolutely,
I have
he's
no
definitely
idea.
old school, dude.
Right, like the '80s, '90s
very
shit.
hipster.
He loves it.
We'll use
Right.
the word hipster.
Right.
He probably won't appreciate that, though.
Yeah, we won't label anybody on here except for ourselves. I'm a dumbass. Wow.
But yeah, dude. That visual album was mind blowing, dude. Each
How much weed you smoked before?
before I
You
watched it
the first time.
I smoke weed every day, dude. So yeah, I was pretty baked.
Yeah, I would imagine if I was like tripping out or something.
The first time I
The
actually like,
volcano exploding.
dude, that's actually one of my favorite songs, Joy Pain, dude.
Is it?
Yeah, dude. That and Parallel.
You know who? When we were listening to it, I said it to Zach. It kind of gave me like that Kings of Leon vibe.
Dude,
What?
you're not the first person to say that, dude.
Really?
And when Nat heard that, he was like, "What the fuck?"
He was pissed. He's
He
pissed.
wasn't pissed. He was just like, "Where do you get Kings of Leon?"
Well, who's your guys' inspirations? Personally and as a band.
Personally, I listen to a lot of prog metal, and that's where I get my a lot of my drum influence from. Like I like a
Like
lot of
technique wise, you're saying?
yes. I like to be very technical with it, and that sounds very arrogant of me,
No,
but like
no, it's not.
I
at all.
like to be technical, and I like odd time
That's how
signatures.
everybody should be with everything. But keep going.
I like odd time signatures, and to break that down, it's just so like pop music was usually written in, let's say, 4/4, and it's just like a simple 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of tempo.
Right.
Whereas like odd time signatures, they'll use it is what it is, you know, like they'll use like 7 or like 3 or like 5, and you'll
You're
count.
speaking foreign language to me, bro.
It's hard to explain, but for all my musicians out there, you know what I'm talking
I was
about.
gonna say people that have a brain capable of reading music and playing it.
Oh, that's the thing. I'm not that much into music theory either. Like, I can't read notes, or when I play guitar, I don't know what chords I'm using. I just know the
You
shapes.
play off feel.
Yes,
Right.
I play by
That's,
ear as well.
I actually know quite a few people. Like, basically all the people that I hang out with, usually that are into music and stuff like that, it's all, you know, experimentation and them learning
Mhm.
themselves mostly. I have a guy who lives with me. Shout out Steven. He doesn't live with me. That sounded a little weird. he's my roommate, I guess you could say, but we live in different dwellings. But long story short, he's a beast on the piano, dude. Like, when I first moved in, I would hear like grand piano like playing above me sometimes and stuff. And I'm
That was
like,
him?
I didn't know what it was really because
Uh-huh.
we hadn't gotten close enough for him to tell me, yeah, I play piano and stuff, you know. So it's just random piano. I assumed it was just loud music, you know, like
Mhm.
from speakers.
Right.
And then I bought a keyboard or something. Somehow it got brought up. He says, yeah, dude, I play piano all the time. I love it. And he loves music and stuff. And I was like, bro, if you're playing piano, because he had mentioned, like, I didn't want to bother you, so I don't do that much and
Mhm.
stuff. I said, play that shit as loud as you fucking want and all the time. Like, I can't, like, as far as the feeling of elegance that you get with a grand piano playing in the background of your house.
It's
like,
so bougie, dude.
I was
Especially
gonna
a
say,
grand
like,
piano.
why would I not like that?
Growing up, did you like get into any musical instruments or like singing or anything?
Recorder. I was probably the best
Hell
recorder
yeah.
player I've ever
Hot
known.
cross buns, baby.
No, I was terrible as a recorder, actually. Never really tried it. I just remember I have, like, overactive saliva gland. So I have a fond memory of just, like, slobbering every
Spitting.
time I put it. Blowing fucking spit out of the holes and shit.
You have to
No, it
return
wasn't
those
that
recorders
bad,
too,
but
man.
it didn't, yeah. And then fucking share. You talk about COVID? Did anybody share recorders back in the day?
Yeah, dude.
Disgusting.
They didn't clean them shits, dude.
How
Those
many
were-
reeds does everybody got in their fucking instruments? We all got one, and we share sometimes. No, disgusting. Oh
Yeah.
God. But no, not really. I did have acoustic guitar, and I tried twice. My whole thing is when it comes to like super technical stuff like that, I'm super envious of guys like you and Zach that can really sit down with it and learn. Because I tried both times and I couldn't do it, dude. Like, I feel like something technical like that you were saying, I'd do much better with, like, a mentor or, like, you know, somebody to teach me hands-on.
I definitely feel that, dude.
I'm not much for, like, literature, like, specific textbook learning and stuff.
Yeah,
It
that's not
never
me either,
worked for
dude.
me.
I'm a self-taught kind of dude. And that's
Right.
just the way I've always
Well,
been.
like I said, I listen pretty well, I'd like to think. And that's really, like, lectures and stuff like that work the best for me. Because,
Okay.
like, if we take it on to like school and stuff, I was a fucking awful student in terms of like, you know, work regiment and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But I'll tell you what, didn't matter what class it was, I always participated in every discussion, and I retained almost everything throughout high school just off of context to conversation.
Mhm.
And that's really that extends to like me as an adult now. Like
That's
when
what's more important.
when I first found Reddit. And so do you mess around on Reddit at all?
Here and there, yeah.
It's like social media for nerds. Like, that's kind of how I perceived it at
Yeah.
first. Because your average person on there is college educated, I'd say. Pretty
Uh-huh.
smart people. But I just clicked all these things to follow with my feed. Like, stuff I know nothing about. Like, the master race. That's a huge thread on there for
Really?
computers and PCs.
Oh, okay.
And I found out that I was doing it unconsciously as far as like filling my head with context of words and stuff by reading. Because I ended up getting a PC and I knew every part and stuff. Like when I first read the master race threads like daily and stuff like that, I didn't know what the fuck they were saying. But then when I went to go buy a computer, it gave meaning to all that context I had. So I honestly like that. I knew that's like I knew the grade of everything and stuff like that. Not that I know any more about computers than anybody else, but just reading about it, not knowing anything, I could fill in the blanks later.
Exactly.
It's pretty sweet.
And it definitely helps when you have like a tangible like object in front of you, like when you're building. Did you build your PC?
No, I bought it, but I knew what parts there were that were in it.
Yeah, so that's crazy, man.
I got rid of it right away. Freaked me out. Me and Zach were talking about that today.
Your PC?
Yeah. What? So first I bought one on sale Black Friday, I think. It was like $700, $600 for a $900 model. Killer deal. It didn't do what I wanted as far as like graphics go and stuff. And I found another one that was on sale for like $1,100, I want to say, but it was like a $1,600 model.
Yep. So
I got that one. And when I got that one, I plugged it in. Not a single fucking light on this thing turned on. Excuse me. And so no fans or anything because the RGBs are all connected. And people that don't know what RGBs are, I don't either. But I think it's the lights and the fans. Those weren't working. It was the same standard 3 fans in the front, 1 in the back, all lit up and shit. None of them working. Nothing on my display. I'm like, what the fuck?
Right out of the box?
Power button's coming on. Yeah, right out of the box.
Wow.
And power button's coming on. I'm like, fuck, man. So I take the case off, and I look in there, and there's a whole bunch of harnesses unplugged and shit. And I'm like, oh, God. Like, I'm panicking, kind of. Like, low-key, because it's like, this is a fucking rat's nest. Like, how can anybody keep up with this many wires for this machine? That's when it's, like, overwhelming for me. Like,
for sure.
And that's how I feel with a lot of things, especially technology. Like, when I get hit, like, I think I understand. Like, from the outside.
The thing, it's evolving so fast that it's hard to keep up sometimes.
Well, I'm saying, dude, just all the wiring harnesses that are just for power supply alone. Like, it's a rat's nest, bro. It's just cables, and there's adapters open just in case you want to plug in something else to the power supply. Long story short, I was lucky enough to figure out where the fans plugged in, what were the fans and shit, and I plugged them in. Fans turned on. Looked normal. Power's on. No display still. So I'm like, what the hell, man? And then I switched from whatever my output was before to HDMI, and then it popped on. But I was power cycling the shit out of it when it first went and started working because I'm like, what the fuck, like treating it like it's some beat up ass Nintendo 64 or something, just smacking it and shit.
Yep.
But fucking microwave. But I finally get it to pop on, and I got a fucking what was it? A corrupted file for Windows because it needs to update and boot right when you start. So my Windows is corrupted. Wow. Which requires a fucking flash of everything and like who knows what else. Packed that shit up, got rid of it faster than I even ordered it.
Wow. And that was that?
Yeah, that was
Haven't gotten another one since?
No more PCs for me.
Fuck all that, dude.
Yeah, fuck all that. Dude, you don't mess with PC, do you?
No, I've been debating whether or not to get one. But I would only use it mostly for like gaming or something. So I think I'm just going to get the PS5. Everyone's gonna get it. So
you're a gamer, and they're coming out with it. You're gonna have to make a decision soon.
Yeah, but I would like a PC for like editing videos and shit.
Right.
Or music even.
That's kind of the direction I'm leaning to. But what I did want to get to was when we first showed up here, there was this guy walking around with his fucking both hands underneath his underwear. I clearly see his fucking hands. It's some dad, just a regular dad, hands underneath his underwear just resting on his ass cheeks, like with his mask on and shit. And it was just putting in perspective for me, like, look at this disgusting ass motherfucker, and you think that we're gonna be able to maintain this mask thing? Like, he cares enough to put a mask on, but he doesn't care enough to not walk around the produce section with both hands on his ass cheeks. Like, and that I've seen him, like, look, he'd pull a hand out from on top of his ass cheeks, touch something, and then go right back to his ass cheeks.
This cantaloupe looks nice.
Yeah, touching all the fresh food. Like, all of it. Oh,
what
God.
A disgusting human being, dude. He probably does it out of habit. He doesn't even know he's doing it, dude. He just walks around with his hands in his pants.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'd imagine it's out of it's like the weirdos that walk around with their hands. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody knows a guy like that walks around with his fucking hands on his love handle. Bro, are you looking at yourself right now?
Who are you trying to fight, dude?
You look like a chicken. I mean, what the hell? But don't mean to change the subject again, but going forward with the shows and stuff, what are you guys got things scheduled or?
Right now, dude, everything that we were looking forward to is canceled. So right now we're just trying to promote our new album, and if something pops up, I hope to God it does. It probably won't be until like the fall time.
So what the local places now aren't?
That might be it, dude. I don't know what the laws are right now for like shows and stuff.
I think it's just limits. I think
Right.
that's how they do it. Like so many people, and you have to. I would guess that you guys couldn't do any like dance floor style thing. It'd have to be people seated at tables, which is like the complete opposite of rock bands.
Exactly.
So that sucks a lot. I bet the jazz musicians and shit are just having a heyday with this crowd out here.
Nat actually just got the okay to do like an outdoor show at his church, so
Oh really?
hopefully we can get something going with that. That would be cool.
That would be nice. What do you guys? Is it? I mean, is there religious ties to the music?
Definitely
I was gonna
some
say
biblical references for sure.
Right. How in tune are you with that
With what?
religion?
I'm a Christian. I was born and raised.
Devout.
I
mean, do you know the good book?
I do know the good book, and I do question the good book.
Hey, don't get nervous. I wasn't gonna. I'm not gonna attack you for it.
No, it's all good, man.
It interests me a lot, actually, and I wanted you to. I think I was telling Zach about this, but something got brought up to me the other day, and the source. He's a lawyer, smart guy, but had racial undertones to me. Like, he's white, and I read what he posts and stuff, and honestly, I don't know who he is at all. I just added him because there was a few things, like, the way he segments his stuff is super sweet. Like, he'll segment a part that's just, like, law, where he talks about lawyers, like, stuff about, like, loopholes in the law, and then he'll talk about me for real. It's just an open diary. But anyways, he was touching on the whole racial thing, which is why it's like there's a little undertone there, because I don't know. That's what's fucked up about it. It's like people that approach the situation head on with no remorse. That's when it makes you feel uncomfortable, and I don't know why. I hate it, honestly, because he's really just he's just speaking, excuse me. But what he was saying was that the way slavery started was a fella named Nimrod. You familiar with Nimrod? Mm-hmm. Who's Noah's grandson, I believe?
Yep.
Noah, like the ark builder. He exiled himself, kind of, in Egypt and basically enslaved everybody with lighter skin than him. And that's how Egypt was made. And Egypt was like, the way he presented it was like Sodom and stuff. Like Egypt is all about idolization, which is no bueno, apparently. And they say that's how slavery started. And the point the guy was trying to make was that it was a black dude who was racist against people with lighter skin, and that's how slavery started. And he was like trying to bring up irony. Is there any water to that?
He dig deep for that one, dude.
Like,
like he was really trying to prove a point, huh?
Yeah. But I'm saying, I was like, damn. First of all, Nimrod is a person in the Bible, and I would have never known that.
Yeah. He was a messed up dude. He married his mom, I believe.
Oh, God.
Or something like that. He had some sort of taboo relationship with his mom. But I never looked at that story from that perspective. That was a very interesting way to
that could be
perceive
his
it.
own thing. But I don't know. It was just interesting to say the least for me, because I don't know shit about that, dude. Like, that's why I said I was just hung on the fact that Nimrod was a biblical character, and like as kids we called each other Nimrod, like, hey, you're a fucking idiot, Nimrod.
I never used that insult that often,
Nimrod.
but I definitely heard it tossed around.
Yeah, but if you told people, hey, that's a guy from the Bible, ease up on it. Satan.
That's crazy, dude.
Nobody goes around calling each other Satan or the devil. But they
You'd
call
be
each other
surprised, dude.
Nimrod. Nimrod.
Fucking Nimrod.
Shit, man. We're a little bit over an hour. I'd say pretty good turnout so far. I'm glad you came.
Me too, man.
And I appreciate it a lot because the situation we were in, we needed to fill. And honestly, I wish we could have done better and I could have got questions prepared for you. And,
It's all good, man. It was a spur of the moment thing, and I appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, man. Do you want to try to do another plug? Get that out there?
Yeah, for sure. So.
Or anybody you want to shout out, man. Take your time.
Wow.
Let the people know.
Wow. So many shout outs, dude.
So, yeah, first off, God, right?
Shout out to the Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Not Nimrod, though.
Fuck Nimrod.
Oh, God. He said that you can't say fuck and then Jesus Christ together, I don't think. I'm not the guy to ask, but I don't
We'll edit that out.
Yeah, we'll bleep it because it's worth something.
Shout out to the homies, man. Nat, Brett, Ben. This has been one hell of a journey, dude. I'm very excited to see where Spaceships takes us, man. I want to thank you, Mike, for having me on, dude. This is a really cool thing that you're doing. I am 100% in support of what you're doing, dude.
Hey, it makes it so much easier when I got friends like you saying stuff like that.
Dude, it's very exciting to see where this takes you, man.
Well, we'll all see. We're all here together. But I think that wraps it up. Thanks, folks. Just as before, I couldn't ask for a better second episode, but you'll be hearing from me again soon. And you guys have a good night.
Thanks, guys. Peace. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Joel, drummer from Spaceships. You can check out our new album, Pillars. It's on Spotify and Apple Music, as well as a visual album on YouTube. And I just wanted to make a quick shout out to Dave Mantle and Broken Like Records. Dave, you're the man. Thank you so much for everything you do and for making this dream a reality. All right, thanks, guys.